Alright, if you're watching this and don't know what is Super Mario Construct, well my friend, it's a Super Mario World style fan game with a level editor that also includes content from other 2D and 3D Mario games, just like all these power-ups you're seeing right here. There's a total of 14 power-ups in this fan game. I left out the Super Mushroom, the 1-Up Mushroom, and the 3-Up Moon, because I consider a power-up to be something that gives Mario special, unique powers, instead of just giving him extra lives or making him slightly bigger. I will be ranking these power-ups here from best to worst, as in usability and versatility when it comes to every type of level that you can make in Super Mario Construct. With all that out of the way, let's begin with the Blue Shell. Alright, so I really like this power-up. Not only you can slide along water surfaces, you can also spin around to knock down enemies and also break bricks, which can be very useful for those intricate puzzles, and it can be really fun to make an end to play through. It also allows you to slide along pointy surfaces like spikes, munchers, and did you know they can actually swim faster inside of bodies of water with this power-up? It's still pretty cool. And the thing is, you still need enough space in order to actually use it. You need to sprint in order to start spinning, and actually stopping a spin can be a little bit tricky. And imagine if you don't only have two tiles in order to stop. It can requires a little bit of skill, but yeah, it's manageable. Which means I will put this on A. Yeah, I think it's a good fit for the Blue Shell. Solid power up and definitely one of my favorites. Next up is the Carrot. The Carrot here transforms Mario into Bunny Mario, right from Super Mario Land 2. And what it gives you is a very good hovering abilities. I'm not kidding. I mean, you could watch the whole entire Lord of the Rings trilogy and Mario would still float around and still wouldn't touch the floor. However, it does have a very niche use. It's only compatible for those setups with very long chasms and very long stretches of air that you can glide through. And yeah, it ends up being pretty niche. Not to mention, it disables your spin jumping. I mean, to be fair, it would be a little bit overpowered, but I mean, it's all good for hovering, really. And I don't know, I don't see a lot of use for this power-up, so I might rank this one at D, actually. It's not really used that often in levels, and yeah, gets a D. But overall, I don't hate it. I think it's alright. I appreciate its existence. So yeah, D. Up next is the Cloud Flower. What this power-up does is to spawn 3 temporary platforms, 3 clouds. And they also give a nice little boost when Mario spawns a platform, which can be really helpful for giving extra height to a jump. Again, it's kind of has this niche use for certain setups and certain puzzles. I can see why a lot of people love this power-up. For me, it's alright, I still like it, but I don't see myself using this very often. Again, because it's kind of a niche use, but that one height boost can come pretty handy. So I'm gonna rank this higher than the Carrot one. I'm gonna leave this one at C. I think it's a fitting rank for the Cloud Flower. Up next is the Fire Flower, an all-time classic, simple to use, and serves for one purpose only, to kill enemies. And basically that's all there is to it. And it has very limited potential, and there's not much creative use for it, really. You just kill enemies and be aware that you can't kill all enemies with it. Good examples are dry bones and buzzy beetles. Those are immune to fireballs. So yeah, solid power-up, classic, but again, it's not really exciting. But still really conventional and can come in really handy, so I'm torn between D and C actually. Yeah, maybe C, yeah. I think C is appropriate for the Fire Flower. Next we have the Frog Suit from Super Mario Bros. 3. It's a very cute power-up. It gives Mario a very cute persona. It's not furry, but never mind. With this power-up, you can swim really well underwater. You can swim a lot more accurately, but it kind of slows you down when you're on land. But this power-up also allows you to jump a little bit higher on land, which it's kind of cool, but is it all that exciting, really? Not really in my book, so I'm not sure. It's kind of a niche use, again. Not really exciting in my opinion. That swimming ability that gives you It's pretty sweet, man. So yeah, I mean, I'll give this one a D. Limited potential, I mean, niche use and but very nice swimming abilities. And that one little jump boost is kind of you know, cool, I guess, but yeah, it's okay at best. For me, it's a D. Up next is the Goomba Shoe, also known as Kuribo Shoe. And yes, technically it is a power-up. I looked up on Super Mario Wiki, and there it was, Goomba Shoe. Depending on how you set up the level, you have to first either get on it straight away, or you have to stomp on the Goomba in order to win it. But all it does is to give you know, a little more quirky movement around, but its only real purpose is to stomp on enemies. At least in Mario Maker, a variant of it allows you to break bricks on the floor, which is really cool, but it's not the case in Super Mario Construct. It only really allows you to stomp on newer types of enemies, like Spinies. So yeah, not really exciting, and I don't see it often in custom levels. So yeah, I think I'm gonna put this one at the E ranking. Again, I don't hate it. I find it okay. I accept its existence. It's not really that useful at all. So yeah, I think E is the most fitting rank for the Kuribo Shoe. Up next is the Hammer Flower. This one is awesome. It allows you to kill more enemies than the Fire Flower, even thwomps at that. And ducking grants you invincibility from hazards from the sides and from above, which is really damn sweet. The only real drawback here is the aim of your throw is really dependent on your momentum. And you might not always hit your mark, so again, kind of requires a little bit of skill and can be a little bit annoying when there's one pixel away of hitting your target. So I'm gonna rank this one at solid A, right next to the blue shell. Very exciting power-up, I really like it, but again, it involves a little bit of skill, but it's not too hard, really. But for me, A is the most appropriate ranking. Alright, Ice Flower. Ice, baby. Yeah. I really love this one. It's easy to use, it can freeze almost anything, and it's useful for secret areas. Imagine you have to stack up frozen enemies in order to get to a higher area. If it were up to me, it was either A or S, honestly. But the only reason I'm not putting on S on the S rank is because there's something, there's a little spark lacking, you know. There's something special that really gives that extra flavor to the power-up. I know I'm sounding weird right now, but it's just exactly how I feel, man. So, a very solid A for me. Very good power-up, but it's a little bit basic, but very solid. It's much more useful than the Fire Flower, in my opinion. So, it's 2 ranks above the Fire one, and yeah, it sits at A for me. Alright, Penguin Suit. S. Alright, I'll explain. So, take everything awesome from the Ice Flower and everything awesome about the Frog Suit and put them together and BAM! You get the Penguin Suit! It's basically the Swiss Army knife from Super Mario Construct. So yeah, take the awesome swimming abilities from the Frog Suit, plus the awesome advantages from the Ice Flower, you can freeze enemies and all that cool stuff, and you get that awesome sliding ability. It lets you slide along the floor, and you can slide even faster on slippery surfaces, like ice and snow. It's the most versatile power-up there is, and I already said it, it's basically the Swiss Army knife of the power-ups. Honestly, one of the best power-ups ever invented in the history of mankind. I'm not kidding. I'm really serious about this one. And for me, it's definitely S-worthy, by a long shot. Alright, the Raccoon Leaf, also known as the Super Leaf, also comes from Super Mario Bros. 3. I really like this one. Very solid power-up, allows you to fly and to glide accurately through the air. You really have to pay attention to the P meter though. It requires a little bit of skill, but and that's about it really. There's really nothing too much there's not much excitement around this power-up, but I like it. I really like it. Very solid power-up, but I don't know, there's something missing, you know, something magical. Oh, I guess you can swat enemies with your tail, which can be really handy sometimes. But I don't know. Again, it's kind of a nerfed version of the Super Mario World's Super Feather. But yet again, I can't decide between B or A, and honestly. I'm gonna give this one a B, honestly. Yeah, I think it's a fitting rank for the Raccoon Leaf. Moving on. We have the Steel Pine Cone. So basically, this is a metal cap from Super Mario 64. Yes, a power-up from a Mario 3D game into a 2D Mario level editor. And believe me, this power-up is really, really cool. Like in Super Mario 64, it gives you a temporary invincibility, but if you run through enemies, you don't kill them. But it gives you this awesome ground pound ability, which can break bricks. If you land on next to enemies, they die. And fun fact, it can also affect on and off blocks, which can be really fun for fast-paced puzzles and all those sweet contraptions. One exception to this is you can go through lava with this power-up, which is really, really awesome. But really, it ends up being a little bit niche, so that lava thing, only if you add lava to your level, obviously. But still a very exciting power-up nonetheless. You definitely should try it out sometime, if you want to check out the game, of course. So, I'm gonna leave this one at B. Despite being a temporary power, it's awesome nonetheless. Since B is the best ranking for me for this one. Next up is the Superstar. All-time classic power-up again, guarantees you temporary invincibility, and you can run through enemies and unleash mayhem upon them. But it doesn't end up being anything special really. It's your good old Superstar, always there for you to help you in a pinch. But unlike the Steel Pine Cone, if you touch lava, you die, so again, not really that exciting for me. Sure, it grants you invincibility, that's always sweet, but again, it's the same situation with the Fire Flower really. It's classic, it's conventional, but again, it's plain. So I'm gonna do this one at C. It's not a bad ranking at all, it's just alright in my book. I still like it, you know, I'm always happy when I see it. So yeah, it sits at C. Up next is the Super Ball Flower. This one is a very interesting power-up. Not only it kills enemies, but it also affects P-switches, question blocks, and on and off blocks. The fact that it depends on the collisions and the walls, the floor, that can be a double-edged sword. It depends on how well you prepare the room, how you prepare the contraption, but once you do and see your work coming to fruition, it's damn awesome. Yeah, that trickiness in aiming the throw is what kind of kills it, you know? The collision dependency, and yeah. I'd rank either B or A. I'm not sure. I'll put this one at A. It has lots of potential, but you really have to know how to use it. So, but in the end, I think you definitely should try it out and mess around with the puzzles. It's seriously mad tons of fun. And last but definitely not least, the TenMookie Suit. S. Oh my. How will I explain this? It's basically every vantage from the Raccoon Leaf times 100. And what gives that times 100 thing is that you can turn into statue that gives you invincibility at the most conventional situations. It's very useful, but very brief, but you really have to know how to use it. But it's really awesome, versatile, and it looks freaking badass, man! Look at it! Badass! Very, very awesome power-up. Definitely one of my favorite power-ups in Super Mario Construct and in all-time power-ups history, without question. So, that concludes my ranking of every power-up in Super Mario Construct as of the anniversary update. If you're interested to know more about this ever-evolving fan game, be sure to check out my channel and subscribe for more content. I make levels, update showcases, and much more about this game. So, thank you for watching.